You are looking live at the number 8 and number 1 seeds in the GLC Tournament. Hello, everybody, and if it's Friday night, it's GLC basketball. Grant Graves, Patrick Hayes here with you to bring you Lakewood and Bay Village. And Pat, a 1 versus 8 seed usually means that, hey, you got a team that just snuck in, you got a team that's been dominant this year. That's certainly been the case for Bay Village, riding a 10-game win streak, certainly peaking at the second half of the season, which is good for tournament time. But a little different of an 8 seed in the Lakewood Rangers. This certainly has the talent to make a deep tournament run, but their toughest test, certainly conference-wise of the year, is going to come in the form of the Bay Village Rockets.
Yeah, absolutely, Grant. And it tends to be those type of teams as 8-9 sometimes, where they're talented, they just kind of underachieve. And this year, I'm not sure if the Rangers have underachieved from time to time. They just haven't played that many games. So a little bit different. Definitely a tall task for the Rangers tonight, though.
It'll certainly be quite the matchup to watch if you're joining us at home, as Lakewood will have Pete Patsoris, their leading scorer, on one end, and Ashton Price on the other end. Ashton Price averaging a cool 26.6 points per game. He's the 6th leading scorer in the area. Pete Patsoris certainly near that number himself in the high 20s. And we've been waiting for this matchup all year. Unfortunately, this game was canceled when it was supposed to be scheduled in GLC play, and we missed it. We were saying, boy, can't wait to watch these two go at it. These two have not played each other recently, being conference opponents. They get the chance tonight. Price, Patsoris, certainly going to be a good one.
Yeah, absolutely. Last year, they didn't really get to guard each other. Nate Mims had that job of guarding Price. So, tonight's really exciting. These two can really score, and they can do a lot of other things as well. Pete can really rebound, and Price can do it kind of, all over offensively, scoring, moving the ball, everything like that.
Well, we want to talk about our Slife matchup of the game, and while Patsoris and Price will be one to watch, it'll come down to Riley Eulens matching up against Price. These are two guys that can really score the basketball. Eulens really coming on strong. That blowout loss against Menor, Eulens was the lone bright spot for the Rangers, and certainly he had a great game against Elyria Catholic as well. But it will certainly be Eulens' job to keep up with Price, who, like we said, holds the school record for most points in a game, 47 points. He's been fantastic, and this whole Bay Village squad has really come along with him this year to get to that 10-game win streak and have the number 1 overall seed. Really looking forward to that matchup.
Yeah, Riley's been coming on really strong lately, scoring the basketball, moving the ball, handling pressure, and Price, like you said, Price is Price. He can really score the basketball, and that's an impressive feat to hold that record, because Bay's had some really good players through the years. Not long ago, they were in the Final Four, which is pretty impressive. So they've had some really good teams here.
As we welcome you in tonight to Bay Village High School, we're bringing you the game on GLC TV. We are the game of the night. So thankful to those guys over there at Fairview for putting the GLC TV together. Tyler, Connor, Mr. Kaminsky, Mr. Dunlap, all those guys over there. We are very honored to be the GLC game tonight. Got a little pep in our step.
Yeah, I'm excited.
We know we're the big broadcast tonight, bringing you the matchup 1 versus 8. And like every big matchup, it starts with the Hayes 2 keys to the game presented by $2.
Absolutely, and for Lakewood, it's transition defense. These guys want to score and score quickly, and they're going to get out and run. And also, you got to limit Price. There's other guys on this team that can really score it, but Price is the guy. So limit him. For Bay, play at their pace. If they can play at their pace without being limited, they're going to have success. And rebounding the basketball. They're going to rebound the ball. They don't have a ton of size, but they have a ton of guys at around 6'2", and they do rebound the ball well.
A very athletic group. You're not going to see a guy 6'8", 6'7", like you saw maybe on Menor or maybe Corrido, if you remember from Brecksville. But this squad loves to play the passing lanes, a lot like University School. Lakewood has seen this team. Although they haven't played, they have seen versions of this team this year. It'll be interesting to see what version of Lakewood we get tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And you'd love to piece together a couple different games. The EC, they came out hot and really defended. And you want to take parts of games. They can put it all together tonight would be huge for the Rangers.
Well, certainly it is a huge matchup, the number 1 and the number 8. And, Lakewood coming into this being the 8th seed, hopefully playing Cinderella here, but we've seen it before.
Yes.
NCAA tournament.
Yes.
NBA, we've seen 8 upset 1. What's it going to take? That's our Geiger's question of the night here on GLC TV and the Lakewood Sports Channel. What does Lakewood need to do to knock off the #1 seed Bay Village Rockets tonight?
Defend the basketball, defend Price, stop him, and then take care of the basketball. They've been a little loosey-goosey at times, giving the ball away. If they can control their pressure, handling the ball, and limit Price, I think they have a good chance to succeed.
No loosey-goosey.
No loosey-goosey.
We're not having it here. Lakewood Sports Channel is a non-loosey-goosey basketball type. And we talked to Coach Gamock, talked to Coach Schetzer before this game. They know this is a big one. Two teams that are hungry to advance in this tournament. The winner of this game would play Rocky River in the semifinal, and the loser would go down to the consolation bracket to play the loser of Buckeye and Holy Name. Taping off tonight as well on the NFHASS network. We head down now before tip-off to the Bay Village public address announcer for lineups and national anthem.
Featuring our guests, the Lakewood Rangers, and your own Bay High Rockets. In order to make today's contest as enjoyable as possible, please represent your school and community in a positive and respectful manner. That means follow the rules, speak and act responsibly, and show courtesy and respect for your fellow fans, the officials and coaches, the administrators and authority figures, and of course, your team and opponents. Let's make today's contest great by remembering, respect the game. Thank you. And now, please rise and honor America by joining in the playing and singing of our national anthem.
It's basketball time from Bay Village High School and tournament time as the GLC Tournament rolls on through Bay Village High. Lakewood out there with Muhammad, Neal, Eulens, Grayer and Wacker, and Bay is going to counter with Price, Eckert, Jay, Gurgey, and Hauk. The Bay Village Rockets are coached by Jared Schetzer, and the Lakewood Rangers are coached by head coach Alex Kammach. Tip-off coming your way on the Lakewood Sports Channel. Ball is tipped, and Bay will control it, and we are off here. Second round of the GLC Tournament on GLC TV, presented by First Federal of Lakewood. Quick pull there from Eckert. Is that one no good, and Lakewood will regain possession, but certainly Bay looking to drive and kick. That's their MO, and here's their MO on defense. It'll be pressure defense. Lakewood will have to counteract.
Absolutely, and the Bay Rockets have really stepped up on the defensive end. They kind of used to be known as a team that just runs, guns, tries to outscore you, but they've made a staple on the defensive end recently.
Ulin's trapped there, but it found a cutting Wacker. Wacker was able to find Grayer, who found Neal. Back into Grayer, that one halfway down, and no good, and here come the Rockets. They love to push it in transition. Price the step back for three, no good. And Ullitz will corral it. 0 for 2, the Bay Rockets start out from 3, but they won't miss for long. Ullitz takes it all the way, high off the glass, but it hits off the front of the rim. Bay in transition again, and it's Jaquan Neal with the steal, and this one is off to a fast start.
Yeah, like you said, they're not going to miss for long, so they got to capitalize on the misses and really score on the offensive end.
Lakewood looking to also keep their hot shooting going. Did a nice job in transition as well against EC in their first round matchup. Certainly looking for those types of quality shots they got against the Panthers on Tuesday night.
And Grant, we've had some battles at this gym.
Sent away by Gurgey, and a battle is breaking out here at Bay Village High School. A nice step through by Price. No foul will be assessed, and Bay Village will have it baseline out of bounds.
I just remember, it seems like a year or two ago, but it was a while back, Logan Swift breaking the school record for points in the game for the Rangers here against Bay.
And Ashton Price breaking the record for the Rockets here last year with 47. I believe Swift had 46. Nice cut there, and a good slip screen by Sam Hauk. Certainly a very intelligent player, finds his way to the bucket there for the Rockets, and the scoring is opened with that layup.
Really good patience by Mohammed there, just handling the pressure and getting the ball up.
Q Neal finds his way down the middle of the lane. Jumped and passed it to Muhammad, whose running floater will go, and Lakewood knots it up at 2 apiece. Rockets wasting no time as Ashton Price too deep under the backboard, and Lakewood has a chance to take the lead.
Yeah, that's dangerous territory. You don't want to get them that deep.
Nice step back there by Ullitz, and the Rangers take the lead 4-2.
Really nice move by Riley there to little mid-range.
Certainly saw Gurgey, who's averaging a block a game, down in the paint, and Ullitz with his fantastic mid-range game thought better of it. Price got his way inside, but nice, strong defense, keeping his verticality with Jaquan Neal there, and Lakewood will have a chance to extend the 2-point lead. Ullitz probing there. Q Neal drives baseline, finds Grayer underneath, who finds Muhammad, working it around to a wide-open Aiden Wacker. Oh, 3 of those. Aiden Wacker out for a time for the purple and gold, picking up right where he left off.
Every time I see him shoot a 3, I just smile because I think, man, that's a really good percentage of going in.
Q Neal making Coach Kammach smile with some tough defense there. And Lakewood in the passing lane again as they get another steal. Lakewood defense is honed in early here against Bay Village. Ullitz from the baseline. That one no good, but there's MJ Grayer on a putback. Also no good, but that ball will stay with the Rangers leading 7-2.
The energy level by the Rangers is great. They're getting hands in passing lanes, getting a lot of deflections. It's great.
Lakewood certainly bringing the energy defensively. It's been a while since we've seen that defensive effort from the Rangers against an opponent like this, but certainly against Elyria Catholic, an undermanned Elyria Catholic squad. They came out and limited them to 0 points in the first quarter last game. Certainly first quarter defense has transferred over for the Rangers.
Absolutely, but they kind of fell off in the second half. Granted, blowout games kind of tend to do that, but they got to stay with this pace and defensive effort.
Q Neal cut off by Eckert. Eckert hounding the ball. Wacker is hounded by Eckert. Q Neal tiptoeing the baseline, was able to find Grayer, who cuts. and Lakewood will reset. Nice job by Lakewood here to
Smart,
reset.
very
4
smart.
minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Lakewood leading by 5 and making the most of their offensive possessions as Wacker has knocked down a 3 and Ullens has knocked down a step back. As Wacker's three-pointer comes up short and Bay will retain possession.
It's crazy how much of a weapon Aiden Wacker is, even if he doesn't shoot the basketball.
Certainly got to respect where he is on the court. You got to know where he is, and sometimes that can leave some driving lanes open for his teammates. Nice in and out there by Hauk, but he is cut off by Muhammad. Lakewood bench certainly looking to play a factor in this one, getting loud and hoping to be the Cinderella in the tournament as a foul on MJ Grayer as Price got past him, but Grayer held him on the way by.
Yeah, MJ's, swarming the ball. He's always very aggressive. You love to see it. You just got to show your hands.
Baseline out of bounds as Owen Payne checks in and he pops out there, but the layup no good for Bay. And Lakewood will have a chance with 3 minutes and 20 seconds remaining to build on a 5-point lead. In the passing lane is Gurgey. He got a tip on that, tiptoed the sidelines and was able to save it. Price streaking down the court. He lays it up. And a nice transition bucket off the turnover by Bay Village.
Man, you would have liked to see MJ take one step over and take a charge there. He just picked up a foul, so probably a little nervous to pick up number 2.
Certainly, pressure defense has been a key ingredient to Bay's 10-game winning streak. They have done a nice job turning over GLC and otherwise opponents in this stretch of basketball. Price takes it all the way, and Ashton Price taking his physicality all the way to the orange cylinder. Price has gotten to the rim easily the past 2 buckets for the Bay Village Rockets.
Yeah, the Rangers got to take care of the basketball. There's only one guy kind of sprinting back, and it's Ahmed right now. And we need the whole guys to sprint back and stop the basketball.
Bay Village will inbound here, trailing Lakewood by 1, 7-6 here in the first quarter. 2 minutes, 40 seconds remaining on GLC TV, presented by First Federal of Lakewood and streaming on the Lakewood Sports Channel.
It's good to see Hakeem the Dream back in the lineup. Can really score the basketball.
Hakeem Karan missing the last 2 games with an injury, but Lakewood certainly happy to have him back as a tough rebound is pulled down by Payne. And Bay will reset. Drive and kick by the Rockets. Three-pointer no good. Tough rebound there by Wacker, and he was whacked by number 11, Cullen Gurgey.
I love to see that out of the Rangers. I saw actually guys go meet their men to box out, and that's what you got to do against these Bay Rockets. They're not all huge, but they're pretty strong, and they love to rebound the basketball.
Bay showing a 1-2-2 again against Lakewood. Gets it into Ullens, who had to jump to save it, and it was tipped by Gurgey, and Lakewood will have another crack at it. What are you seeing here on the press breaker? Lakewood starting to fall into the Bay Village trap. Is it Bay getting in the passing lanes or Lakewood needing to do something to move Bay off the spot?
I think the Rangers just need to be stronger, smarter with the basketball. They're being too lackadaisical, not faking a pass to making it, kind of lazy passes.
Aiden Wacker, the leading scorer, with a 3-point field goal going for the senior early in this one. Riley Ullens has chipped in. Ahmed Muhammad has chipped in. And Lakewood certainly looking to make the most of their possessions and avoid the turnovers from a Bay Village team who loves to play in the passing lanes. Muhammad sets the screen for Ullens. Ullens slips the screen. Karan in the corner for 3. That one in and out.
It's a really good look, though, for the Rangers. Good ball movement. Riley did a good job of finding Ahmed, and then Ahmed moving the ball again.
2 minutes remaining. Eckert went right down, missed the layup, but nobody thought to box out big Owen Payne, who has certainly come on and played some very good minutes as a substitute for Bay Village. Ullens streaks down the court. Wacker in the corner. Nice ball fake by Wacker. And Lakewood looking to set up with 1 minute, 37 seconds remaining. They trail now by 1. Bay on a nice 6-point run of their own.
Yeah, they're running multiple guys.
6-point run of their own.
Yeah, they're running multiple guys at Aiden Wacker off the line, so he can be a real weapon.
Hakeem the Dream again from the corner, and that one is good. Hakeem so clean. Welcome back to the junior.
Now the Rangers showing a little pressure.
1 minute remaining, 10-8, the Rangers lead. Spin move inside, and Sam Hauk with another great take, and Bay Village doing a nice job finishing around the rim now.
Want to get somebody middle here. Riley, come get the ball.
Nice job by Muhammad to break the double team. Neal all the way down. Found Wacker in the corner for three. That one is good. Aiden Wacker. 1, 2, 3. Say it with me.
Did he have a plethora of options there? I mean, two guys that are sharpshooters from the corner there. And it's hard not to pass up Aiden Wacker.
Certainly part of Lakewood's game plan to penetrate and find the open shooter as the Gurgey three no good, and Q Neal pushes in transition. The Euro step there, and Q Neal with the Euro step and the teardrop.
Yeah, you love to see this pressure by the Rangers. They're really just taking Bay out of it a little bit.
As Hauk went baseline there, and Jaquan Neal thought, do I touch it, do I not? And they will say it went off Bay Village. Really nice job cutting off the baseline there by the Rangers.
I'm not sure whose ball it is. I still think the guy he's doing like a little.
I believe he said he pointed at the person that touched it out of bounds, meaning it was Bay's ball, but certainly that was a confusing sequence there, but Bay will retain possession.
Looked like he was doing a little dance there with his hands.
Number 5, Cooper Lyons checking into the game for Bay Village. Nice bounce pass underneath by Payne.
Ooh.
Excuse me, Andrew Chester with the bounce pass. He found Owen Payne, and Payne felt the pain on that one. He will go to the free throw line to shoot a pair. Lakewood leading by 5, just 6 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. And if you're the Lakewood Rangers, Aiden Wacker a three-pointer, Hakeem Karan with a three-pointer, you got to be very happy about how the offense has been flowing.
Yes, absolutely. They're defensively leading to good offense. They're moving the ball, not settling. It's fantastic.
And certainly Bay Village has been on its tear. They're averaging 66.8 points per game, certainly the highest in the conference. And you can see why. They love to get out and run. They don't hesitate. And certainly if you're Lakewood, the shots got to keep falling, and that will help with Mark Jarris checking in. But the shots got to keep falling if you're Lakewood, because you know Bay's going to have a run of their own.
Yes, they are. I mean, they're not going to, you love the stingy defense is helping the Rangers, contribute to Bay not scoring, but it's not going to go all night.
More stingy defense there by Chester as he got in the passing lane. And Chase Knapp will check in, the freshman for the Bay Village Rockets.
Just give me one little ball fake to get a guy open. It'll go a long way.
Hakeem Karan went on a streak route there out of the backfield. And Yulnitz puts it up with the clock winding down, but his shot draws nothing. And the Rangers head into the second quarter leading 15-11 here on GLC TV. On the Lakewood Sports Channel. It was a great quarter shooting-wise for the Rangers, and they did that all without their leading scorer, Pete Patzors. So certainly, if you're head coach Alex Kamak, assistant coach Demetrius Lovett, assistant coach Higgs, you got to like where the Rangers' heads are at right now and their ability to find the open man on offense.
Just got to stay consistent. I mean, not necessarily hitting shots. You're going to miss shots, but consistently moving the ball, taking care of the basketball, those are the most important things. They did a good job. So many deflections there defensively. They're giving Ashton Price all he can handle right now. They're picking him up full court, trying not to let him beat him, and they're doing a really good job.
Well, certainly our Geiger's question of the game was, how do you knock off a number 1 seed? Well, the man most responsible for getting you to this point, Ashton Price, you got to limit him, and the Rangers have done a nice job of that and have counteracted with their shooting at home. And we also want to give a big shout out here on the Lakewood Sports Channel and GLC TV to our presenting sponsor, First Federal of Lakewood. First Federal of Lakewood is rooted in the communities they serve and has supported the personal and business banking needs of its customers since 1935. Visit ffl.net to learn more, and the Rangers will come out here in the second quarter with Grayer, Ulant, Wacker, Karan, and Jarris, certainly the smallest lineup we have seen all year for the Rangers, with Grayer being the tallest player. And Bay Village looking to counteract that with some pressure, but Lakewood, ton of ball handlers in the game right now. If you're the Rangers, you got to make sure you're taking care of it.
Yes, definitely. And, holding Ashton Price to 4 points in the first quarter, that's a win for the Rangers.
Yulnitz coming off a screen. Young lineup out there for the Rangers, 3 juniors in it. Yulnitz off 1 foot. His floater will go. It is raining teardrops here at Bay Village High School.
He is so crafty with the basketball.
Nice job to squeeze inside by Ullins has a nice move inside by Gurgey, but the layup did not fall, and Lakewood will push it the other way. Ullins finds Jarris in the corner. Karan going baseline. The reverse gets wedged in the side of the iron there, and Price will push it for Bay.
You know, that's tough there. You put Mark in the game to shoot that shot, and, you know, good ball movement there, but, you know, you'd love to see him shoot it.
Nice three-pointer there by Cooper Lyons as Bay knocks down the first points of the second quarter. Keem Karan looking for an outlet. He found it in Ullins.
Man, Aiden Wacker was wide open in the corner, but, you know, they were pressuring Riley, which didn't give him an opportunity to see him.
Ullins right down Broadway. He gets to the rim, knocked down, no foul, and the layup is no good. And you know when layups are no good, Bay pushes it the other way.
Yeah,
cutting is Gurgey. They don't go to Gurgey. They look for Price down the baseline, who hits the reverse. And in, tough take by Ashton Price.
Yeah, these guys are starting to they're letting him play. I thought Riley had some contact there, but they're letting him play here.
As Lakewood moves it around the perimeter with this lineup, certainly a 5-out situation offensively. Driving and trying to find open shooters as Karan drove between two bodies, and that ball went out of bounds as a couple of veterans will check in as Pat Soros and Ahmed Muhammad will check in for the Rangers. Good to see Pat Soros out there. The matchup, we know everybody in the GLC wanted to see. Price and Pat Soros should be fireworks.
Yes. I'm excited to see. It's good to see him check in. We're ready to go.
6 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. Lakewood holding on to a slim 1-point advantage. Ullins tried splitting the double team, but Gurgey was able to pick it up, go the other way. Layup won't go, and Bay will reset.
The Rangers have done a good job contesting layups, but they're not getting the rebounds. They need to limit second chance opportunities.
Bay going with a 5-out offense of their own. Drive and kick, the name of the game for both these GLC teams. Pat Soros got in the cookie jar there, but couldn't knock it away. Three-pointer is launched there by Andrew Chester, and the rebound will stay with Bay Village.
I thought maybe that was off Price, and I thought Price got away with a little shove to get some room to rebound that basketball.
Certainly this veteran refereeing crew headed by Lakewood community member Don Reese out there. This is a star-studded crew. We might see this crew down in Columbus for the OHSAA tournament. From some fantastic officials on this crew. As Pat Soros grabs it, takes it all the way, and Pat Soros' first shot of the night is good.
Man, it's so funny watching Pete play basketball. I mean, I love to watch it, but you say, oh, no, that's not a good look. But he's so unorthodox, but it always looks
That's from the J.R. Smith Book of Basketball.
Yes.
No, yes.
Yeah, exactly.
As Lakewood and Bay Village are battling here. 19-16, the Rangers lead. Pat Soros certainly giving the Rangers a boost offensively and defensively as Coach Kamock barks out the offensive directions.
Ooh, man, I would have loved Aiden Wacker. He didn't have the look, but Pete had position in the post there. Love to see him drop it off to him. He's really good in the post.
Pat Soros and Ullins will work with a ball screen. Pat Soros gets the bounce pass from Ullins. His layup no good, but there's Pat Soros again on the rebound. And Pat Soros, with all the energy you could ask for, has pushed the Lakewood lead to 5.
He's so crafty around the rim, and Andy's so good at rebounding. So if he does miss, he's good at cleaning it up.
There's Pat Soros again. He'll break out into the open court. Right down Lake Avenue and in for Pat Soros. Pat Soros giving all the Rockets can handle. Quick 6 points for the senior.
Man, MJ Greer is just giving so much effort guarding Price. Man, that guy is picking up full court. I mean, he's got to be exhausted out there.
Lakewood certainly taking it to Bay Village, and that's what you have to do against a team that loves to turn you over and get out and run. We've seen Bay get in the passing lanes, but certainly if you're hitting the offensive boards, it's a renewed focus for the Bay Village Rockets to make sure they're boxing out and not leaking out.
Yeah, look at that. I mean, right there, MJ contests the shot and then sprints to try to go get the rebound. That guy is a machine. And, not only is it talked about that, maybe Price gets some of his points, but it's so frustrating when you have a guy with you at all times, just in your face. It's like he'll get a couple fouls maybe because of it.
Lakewood certainly applying pressure offensively and defensively. This has been a fantastic quarter for the men in purple and gold. Grayer was hit on the sideline, and his pass was thrown away. As for Bay Village, checking in for the first time tonight is Cooper Mendelo. Price, Gurgey, Payne out there as well, along with number 5, Cooper Lyons.
Because not only is MJ working hard, he's making Price work hard as well.
MJ Grayer not giving Price a inch of space. Certainly in the Lakewood game plan to limit his ability to catch and receive the basketball. 3 minutes and 28 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. It's Payne that drives. He's tied up by Patsoris. Able to find Gurgey in the corner, and that three-pointer is good. Gurgey stops the drought for the Rockets. And Lakewood now up by 4. That one went off Hewlett's foot, and it's Payne taking it the other way. Price got out in front of everybody. And the Bay Village Rockets, when they hit, they strike fast.
And often. It seems like they go in runs here.
Certainly a tricky pass there, but Patsoris, the all-conference wide receiver, was able to haul it in. And we take a pause here with 2 minutes and 57 seconds remaining. And, man, we talked about this isn't your typical 8 versus 1. These two teams are matched up very evenly with scoring and talent and athleticism in bunches, and we're certainly seeing that play out here now.
Yeah, absolutely. And, and that's the thing. There's other guys on this team. Price is the main guy. He really scores it. He really shoots it. But other guys can hit the shot. So as you see, the Rangers collapsed so hard, gave a wide-open 3, which kind of got Bay back into it.
We appreciate everybody that's joining us at home. This is a good one. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, and tell the guy you're sitting next to at dinner to tune in to GLC TV and Lakewood Sports Channel, presented by First Federal of Lakewood. Shout out to O'Toole's in Lakewood. They got us up on the projector again tonight. We know they love some GLC tournament ball over there at O'Toole's.
Yeah, it gives that OSHA tournament feel here. I mean,
certainly you can see both teams playing with the urgency that they don't want to go home. They want to be crowned GLC champion. And if you're Lakewood, the motivation has to come as a block there underneath on number 21, Cooper Mendelo. Bay thought he was in position, but like we said, the urgency is there for both teams. If you're Bay, you want to prove that you're the top dog in this conference.
Correct.
10 straight wins.
Mm-hmm.
The only losses you suffered were without your star, Ashton Price. And if you're Lakewood, you haven't gotten the opportunity to play everyone. Didn't play Fairview. Didn't play Normandy. Didn't play Bay until tonight as Keem the Dreams. First free throw is up and good. But there is a chip on Lakewood's shoulder, and there's motivation on the Bay Village side as well. And when those two things collide, man, do you get some really, really fun basketball.
Yeah, and it's kind of one of those things where it's, Lakewood doesn't have the pressure because – everyone just counts them out with how many games they played and how low they've been seeded. So they're playing with house money.
Lakewood countering with some pressure of their own to Bay Village as Gurgey spun in the lane and found number 10, Aiden Che in the corner, but the three-pointer was no good. Karan shuffled his feet too quick, and a nice take will be negated by a traveling call.
Yeah, you got to put the ball on the ground before you drive. It's kind of like that in football when you think you got the ball already, so you start running upfield and then you drop the pass.
We call that one the Corey Coleman, don't we?
Oh, yeah.
Lakewood showing some pressure of their own, certainly trying to frustrate this explosive Rocket offense. Price spins off Grayer, getting into the paint. Cut off there by MJ. Holden Eckert will reset this one, and Lakewood will look to cut them off. Kick to the corner, and that three-pointer is good. A nice shot there by Owen Payne. And it seems if you're the Bay Rockets, it doesn't matter who's waiting wide open. They're going to pull it from 3. Certainly you can see how deadly they are from deep.
Yeah. They all can really shoot it, and, we got to take care of the basketball.
Lakewood working to close out on shooters. Hewlett's in the post against Payne. That one no good, but the rebound was corralled by Payne, and he will earn 2 free throws, as they're going to say Patsoris whacked him against the head.
Yeah, that's a tough matchup for Riley there. About the same size. He's given up a little, maybe an inch, but a lot weight. The Bay Rocket is very strong in Payne.
Payne going to the line. Knocks in his first one. Knotting this contest up at 25 apiece. If you're Lakewood and you say to them, hey, minute 40 left in the first half, and you have Bay at 25 points, as that rebound will be too aggressive by Pat Soros, and the missed free throw will earn Bay another possession. But again, if you're Lakewood and you're saying, hey, you got Bay Village, 1 minute, 39 seconds remaining in the first half at 25 points, and they're averaging close to 70, you got to take that as a win.
Yes.
You got to certainly say, hey, we're doing our part and we're working really hard. But the thing that most teams have run into against the Rockets, you got to do it for 36 minutes.
Yeah, you can't just take this. That's why you play 4 quarters. You know, you got to keep it going, and you can't let up this last minute 30 as well.
Sure.
Love to get a stop here and turn it into a bucket for the Rangers.
Price down the lane, but was unable to find a rocket as Pat Soros turned him over. Karan in the corner will fire, no good, but Grayer corralled it. They're going to say Grayer pushed off on number 44, Jack Sutherland, and the Bay Village Rockets will regain possession.
I'm not sure if that was more of a push-off or he was just tired. He just kind of fell on him a little bit. He's been working so hard.
Lakewood applying the full court pressure as they will trap Eckert, as Eckert was able to get out of it. Nice job by Gertie to streak down the lane. His layup no good. Contact, no call. And Karan will push it the other way. Hakeem loses it. Now it's Bay Village pushing it the other way. Certainly the man you want in the fast break. It's Price to put Bay Village on top with a minute remaining in the first half.
Yeah, that's a tough situation for Pete Patsoros. You know, you don't want to pick up your third, so smart on him for not fouling him.
Another drive out of control for the Rangers, and a foul on Price as he took it all the way. And Ashton Price will go to the line looking to extend the Bay Village lead.
And that's tough for the Rangers because that's MJ's third, and he's been doing a really good job on Price.
3 fouls on Grayer, who's been the main defender of one of the area's leading scorers.
And the Rangers are, they're doing a good job defensively, and the refs are just letting them play. So we got to be stronger with the basketball. They're going to foul you. You just got to play through it.
Price's first free throw was up and no good. Took a tough fall at the end of that one. Popped up a little slowly there, but Price has battled this whole season and really done a nice job in his senior season. All-honorable mention, all Ohio selection last year, and certainly the accolades will pour in for number 0 this year as well. Pat Soros found a hole. 45 seconds remaining here in the first half. Neal will pull from deep. That one off the back iron. Gergie was fouled on the rebound by Karan. And Lakewood is all out of sorts to end the half here. Certainly, if you're Lakewood, you couldn't have played a better first quarter offensively and defensively, but the miscues are starting to pile up, and you're putting a very good Bay Rockets team at the free throw line.
Yes, so the Rangers are speeding themselves up. They don't need to just chuck a 3. Let's get in good offense. We were running really good offense in that first quarter. Need to get back into that.
And certainly part of that has to be attributed to the Rockets.
Mm-hmm.
They're a team that likes to get out and run, so sometimes you take the identity of your opponent, and, Ulan's going in there and Pat Soros going in there a few times. Lakewood certainly has the athletes to do it, but it's all about the opportunity
Correct.
to do it.
And it's you might be open in transition, but we don't need a transition 3. If you can get a layup, take it. But if not, try to take it out. Let's run some good offense.
Another free throw is up and good as number 20, Jack Moel, will check in for Bay Village, and number 44, Jack Sutherland, will sit down.
Yeah, Rangers in a little drought offensively.
Riley Ulitz grabs it in the corner, asking the Rangers to clear out. He's going to take Eckert one-on-one. 30 seconds remaining here in the half. Lakewood trailing by 5, Bay Village on a run. Ulitz gets past Price. The floater, that one hit the front of the rim. Thought about it and went down for the junior.
Yeah, Rangers even got lucky on that pass. A little floater, it got through.
Price was spinning his way through the lane, no travel. And Gertie goes right down Broadway and gets the layup to go. 10 seconds remaining. Clock is running. Karan looks for a Ranger. He finds Neal. Neal with 5 seconds. Cut off. Karan, no sense of it, but he gets through. All the way down, and Hakeem Karan's layup rims out, and certainly a good take at the end there, but it's Bay Village 32, Lakewood 27, and we have a good one here on GLC TV.
So they got to shake that off. You know, the last minute and a half, we've seen this happen from the Rangers. They kind of end halves or quarters sloppy, and they got to pick it up. So, you know, Hakeem broke it, kind of got to the hoop, can't finish. Pete's wide open in the corner. You'd love to see him pass it up. It's tough, though. You're right there. You know there's not much time left. But they got to move past this and play. You know, just play like they did in that first quarter, and they'll be okay.
Certainly, that'll be the message at halftime for Coach Kamok. Is the things we were doing in the first quarter, we were earning those opportunities, and certainly giving Bay easy baskets. This team is too talented to do that. Coach Kamok will make the adjustments at halftime. We're going to make our broadcast adjustments, as every good broadcast does, and we will see you back for the second half here on the Lakewood Sports Channel on GLC TV tonight.
sponsored by Serpentini Chevrolet. All proceeds go to Bay athletes and teams. For more information, go to BayRocketsAssociation.com.
Two minutes till the second half tips off here on GLC TV and the Lakewood Sports Channel, presented by First Federal of Lakewood. As we get ready for the second half, I want to give a big shout out to everyone watching at home. I want to give a big shout out to all of our supporters in the Lakewood Athletic Boosters and in the Lakewood community, bringing our families and fans all the action. It takes a lot of help from our community. The Lakewood Sports Channel would not be possible without the contributions from our supporters. Thanks to donations through the Lakewood Athletic Boosters, we can keep bringing you the show and help keep it going into the future. Go to GoLakewood.org if you'd like to help make a donation. And like we said, wherever you're joining us, I know the FTK Fantasy Football League is tuning in tonight. I want to give a big shout out to my guys in the FTK. And a big shout out to all of our Lakewood Ranger fans, or any fans from around the area that are tuning in tonight, and we certainly appreciate the support. Lakewood and Bay getting ready to start an action-packed second half. Ashton Price leading the Rockets with 11, Cullen Gurgey and Owen Payne with 7 apiece. And for the Rangers, it was Pat Soros with 6. 2 fouls for Pat Soros. Wacker, 2 3-pointers, leads to 6 points. Ulant, some nice mid-range shots have led him to 6. Hakeem Karan with 5 fouls in a situation we are monitoring. Marcel M.J. Grayer, the defensive specialist for the Rangers, with 3 fouls.
Yeah, that's going to be huge to see how it works in the second half. I'm sure Coach Kamak will put different guys to pressure Price in the second half. I wouldn't be surprised to see a Q Neal maybe chip in and pressure Price, and it's just going to be a group effort now.
Lakewood will run out for the second half. Grayer, Wacker, Muhammad, Neal, and Ullins. And for Bay Village, it'll be Gurgey, Price, number 12, Sam Hauk, Cooper Lyons, and Holden Eckert.
And this was the lineup that started the game and gave the Rangers some good effort and took the lead in the first quarter.
Second half time here as a nice play is drawn up by Coach Setzer, and Sam Hauk gets a wide open layoff off the banana cut there.
Yeah, you got to know a backdoor, they're going to try to quick hitter there.
And Lakewood with no Pat Soros on the back line there, that's their main rim protector, and Bay taking full advantage of him being on the bench.
Yes, they are.
Lakewood looking to counteract Bay Village, who has gotten hot here to end the second quarter here in the first half, leading by 7. Grayer tees up a 3. That one is good. Marcel M.J. Grayer from deep, and the Rangers trail by 4.
Yeah, that was a big hit, man.
Gurgey underneath, no good, and it'll be Ullins who pulls it down and pushes. The bounce pass, errant of Jaquan Neal there, and Lakewood will give the ball back to Bay Village.
It's like this lineup just leads itself for so much better success in the half court. They kind of move the ball and do a better job in that setting.
Dangerous shot allowed by the Rangers there as Eckert teed up a 3 but couldn't get it to go.
Get somebody middle here. They might come trap here.
Muhammad coming to the middle. Ullins working around Eckert. Quan comes up off a screen. Jaquan Neal looking around. He finds Wacker, who thought about a deep one, but instead Holden Eckert will get his hands on it and find Price all the way ahead. Price drives in, and the foul will be assessed to number 4, Jaquan Neal. And if you're Aiden Wacker, with how hot you've been, why not give that one a shot there? I'm certain if we talk to the Lakewood coaching staff, they would love to see him pull from there. But working to get a good shot, working in the half court, but Bay Village really good in those passing lanes.
Yeah, he's either you want him to either dribble handoff possibly, not necessarily drive to the hoop. He's not scoring too many buckets at the rim, so kind of dribble handoff or shoot it.
Nice job to rebound it there by Grayer off the miss, and the Rockets lead by 5. Q Neal the outlet. He threw it right into the hands of a jumping Price, and all the way. No good for Price. Lakewood fortunate there as Price did a nice job to steal that one away. Muhammad comes down with it, pushing it for the Rangers.
These lazy passes are so frustrating for me.
I can see the frustration on your face, Pat. Ulitz from deep. That three is good! Touch the ceiling, touch the nylon. Riley Ulitz with a big three-pointer for the Rangers. Corner three for Bay Village, and they can hit back just like that.
When you let Riley 1-2 into a three-pointer, it's going to go down.
Lakewood certainly getting beat back in transition there, giving up the corner three, and they trail by 5. Grayer having trouble, and a timeout wisely called by head coach Alex Kamak will have the Rangers in a huddle, trailing by 5.
Yeah, MJ there, you get it there. You don't really want him to be dribbling the basketball. He's more of a big. So you want him to move the ball with the pass, with a strong pass. None of these lazy passes that are really getting me frustrated.
Well, a timeout for the players, a timeout for our color commentator, Pat Hayes.
Man.
Certainly the stakes are high in this one. GLC Tournament time. We're glad you are tuned in here on GLC TV, a conference tournament like no other. Lakewood and Bay Village looking to punch their ticket to the next round, as Coach Kamak certainly pleading with the Rangers to avoid the traps from Bay Village. And if you do get trapped, you got a ball fake, you got to bounce pass, a lost art at this level. But certainly Lakewood would benefit from such technique.
Strong with the basketball.
Doubling Riley Ulitz, that allows Grayer to pop free.
Good.
Ulitz will control it with 5 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. Lakewood trailing by 5, and it's Ulitz all the way into the cup. Gurgey pushing it the other way.
It's funny because Price, loves the basketball and have it in his hand, but he's like, you know what? I'm not going to waste my effort going full court and bringing the ball up.
Nice block there by Q Neal as a scrum broke out, and the Rangers will hand the ball back to Bay Village after a nice defensive possession by Jaquan Q Neal.
Yeah, you want to really secure the basketball there.
Lakewood trailing by 3, a pivotal moment in the game for the Rangers, as a 3-point deficit can be broken open by Bay Village, or Lakewood can get back on track offensively and get back into the lead like they were for much of the first half, Pat. It was a good effort by the purple and gold.
Yeah, they've done a nice job. I know he has 12, but it's,
certainly the second half has been
correct.
very good to Ashton Price, as he's done a lot of good things for the Rangers. As a good sight for the Rangers is Pat Soros and Karan checking in. Grayer and Neal sit down.
Neal's frustrated, but he's given good minutes. He's working really hard.
The tensions are high here at Bay High, as tournament time is bringing out the competitiveness in both squads. And we're glad you're joining along for the ride on the Lakewood Sports Channel, presented by First Federal of Lakewood. That one thrown up for grabs, tipped around, and it comes to Sam Hauk, who will pass it around the arc.
Yeah, that's a tough
Gurgey
turnover
from the corner for 3. That one is good. It has been the corner spot for Bay Village that has certainly had some fantastic success, as a turnover there and a layup by Sam Hauk has ballooned the Bay Village lead to 8.
Just take care of the battle. They got a lot of hands in there. You got to think, they're going to get a reach in.
Pat Soros took it all the way. His ball was knocked out of his hands, and Price all the way down on the other end. And Lakewood now trailing by double digits. The temperature is being turned up by the Rockets.
Too much dribbling.
Karan turned into Gurgey there, and Price beat everyone down the floor again, and one. Ashton Price.
You got to move the ball with the pass. They're dribbling too much, and then they're getting hands. Bay's getting a lot of hands, deflections, everything like that. Now, do I think they're possibly, getting a little bit of arm on there? Maybe, but you still got to be strong with the basketball. You know how that went in the first half.
Well, certainly Bay Village is being very well coached because they are looking for Lakewood to dribble near the sidelines, the extra defender. And when that happens, Bay Village is coming and doing a nice job of doubling that blind spot. And they're not afraid of Lakewood reversing the ball because they feel like Lakewood wants to break the press with the dribble.
Yes.
And that certainly is not the way that Coach Gamock would like this Lakewood Ranger squad to break the press.
No, you need to jump stop, move the ball, be strong, chin the basketball, rip through it, make a good pass.
Lakewood trailing by 12, the largest lead of the game for either side, 47-35, the Bay Village Rockets lead. Muhammad Karan, Ulince, Patsoris, and Wacker out there for the Rangers. Price at the line looking to convert his three-point play.
Now, what the Rangers can't do here is try to get it all back in the 4 minutes. I mean, it's a long game, chip away. I mean, this was just a three-point game not more than a minute and a half ago.
And certainly if you're Bay Village, you got to be happy with the transition buckets you're getting because that has yielded some very high percentage shots and has gotten Lakewood in foul trouble a bit.
Yes, it has.
Karan with the step through there. That layup no good. Swarmed by a sea of white shirts, and it's Price ahead again. Price, no good, but the layup is corralled by Price. There's a tie-up underneath, and it ultimately goes to Patsoris as Muhammad was whacked in the mouth, but he will get back for Lakewood. Ulince for three, no good. Muhammad contested, and there's Price one more time, leaking out ahead. Chased down and blocked by Patsoris. Patsoris, tired of seeing Price down the floor behind all the Lakewood Rangers, comes down and chases that one down from behind.
Yeah, that was a really big block for the Rangers. Down here, I love Hakeem's aggressiveness, but he has to know where guys are on the court. That's the second time that we've had wide open Aiden Wacker ready to shoot the basketball.
Well, I think on the defensive end as well, that's the fourth time this half as the free throw no good there by number 12, Sam Hauk. That Price has beaten everybody down the floor.
Yes, that can happen.
Right.
That's the guy that you're cued in on. You can't let that guy get behind you.
Certainly Price, a very, very knowledgeable scorer at this level. He has done fantastic things for Bay Village, and certainly we are seeing it here for the Lakewood Rangers as that one hits the side of the backboard, but it hits off into the hands of Patsoris, who awaits and cleans up the miss.
Yeah, now you shake it off. You get rid of the run. Now let's get a defensive stop.
Critical moment here for the Rangers as they are trailing by 11. Price being shaded very closely by Grayer in the corner. 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Rangers trailing by 11. Back cut there by Price. His layup is good. And as Grayer rested for a moment, it was Price who attacked.
Yeah, if you're right on him, you got to know where he is at all times.
Wacker with a shake there, and Lakewood looking for a bucket of their own. Grayer posting up Gurgey, pulls it back out. It's Patsoris one-on-one with Price. Karan found himself open in the middle. That one short, and Bay will push it the other way.
That didn't drop, but that's a good look. It's a really good ball movement. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Yeah, they
as Karan got in the driving lane of Holden Eckert, who was going at, of number 12, Sam Hauk, who was going at top speed there, and Karan too physical on his defensive challenge.
Yeah, I thought that was a no call or possibly an offensive foul lowering the shoulder, but they saw it differently.
Eckert from the corner. That one is good, and Bay Village is pouring it on now. A fantastic shooting quarter for the Rockets as a turnover by Lakewood and a layup by Gurgey extends the Rocket lead. Certainly you are seeing the elements of a 10-game win streak here, looking to take it to 11. The Rockets are in the passing lanes, and they are making the most of the Ranger miscues.
Yeah, and the Rangers aren't helping themselves. I mean, they got to fake a pass to make. It's good. It's a good look right there.
We know, nice job by Patsoris to turn over his right shoulder and in. And we talked about it earlier in the broadcast. Lakewood has seen teams like Bay this year, even though this is their first time playing.
Yeah.
They've seen University School. They've seen a team like Brecksville, who did a good job speeding up the Rangers, and certainly got to learn from those games and that experience. As a foul there on on Price will give the ball back to the Rangers as they trail now by 16. 1 minute, 42 seconds remaining.
Yeah, this game isn't out of reach at this point. You know, there's still 10 minutes of basketball left. So they just need to chip away, handle the pressure, and offensively, if they just run their offense and, you know, take their time, they've been getting good looks.
Certainly, Lakewood needs an abundance of good looks to make up a deficit of 16 here on GLC TV. Patsaurus got behind the Rocket defense, and a blocking foul will be called against newly inserted Cooper Medlow.
Yeah, they threw it over the top. The Bay was ready to stop him there. He was just moving his feet a little bit.
Lakewood spreading out here, looking for one of those open three-point shooters. A fantastic shooting half for the Rangers. Wacker found himself open for a moment, found Karan in the corner. Karan's floater no good. He was able to get his own rebound, and he is blocked by Gurgi there, and a jump ball will be called as Karan is teed up for throwing a ball to the referee with some velocity. Coach Kamak taking exception to the technical as Karan frustrated with the block there. Certainly interesting interpretation of the giving the ball back to the referee.
Yeah, I'm going to be looking at that one after the game on the tape to see, you know, what it looked like.
As Price will shoot the technical free throw for the Rockets. That one no good, and Rasheed Wallace is smiling on that one.
Oh, man, I was thinking the same. You took the words right out of my mouth, Grant.
Price knocks down the second, and Bay will retain possession. Hakeem Karan will check out, and Q Neal will check back in.
You got to keep your composure. I don't think it was, you know, malicious. It's a tough break for the Rangers.
Price right down Broadway, and that one is good. Ashton Price powering the Rocket attack. 58-39, the Rangers trail. Nice rebound there by Grayer on the Patsaurus miss as Lakewood looks to move it around. Neal finds himself open for three. That one is good. Jaquan Neal with the triple.
You move the ball around, good things happen.
Q Neal pestering Gurgi now. A reach in by Neal will give Lakewood its sixth foul of the half, one away from the bonus for Bay Village.
That's a play where you get a little frustrated because Q was doing so well defensively, you know, speeding him up, getting up the court. Just don't, you know, slap at it. Just slide your feet and move your, you know, trace the ball with your hands.
Coming open is number 12, Sam Houck. He goes to the corner. He finds number 45, Andrew Chester, for the three-pointer, and Bay Village a hot shooting quarter here in the third to pull away from the Rangers. Patsaurus' three no good, and Neal was able to come up with the Grayer tip. Grayer tees one up. That one is good. MJ Marcel Grayer, another three-pointer, his second of the night.
He is playing his heart out defensively, offensively. He's having a really great game.
10 seconds remaining. Price tees it up. Nice step through by Price, and his layup is good, and the scoring has come in bunches for the Rockets. 3 seconds remaining. Grayer was fouled by number 12, Sam Houck, and that will be Bay Village's fourth foul.
Yeah, tough play. You gotta get something going really towards the basket. Now, don't turn the basketball over here and give Bay an easy 1 second bucket.
Lakewood trailing by 18 here as the fourth quarter nears. GLC tournament time. Winner will advance to play Rocky River. Loser to the consolation bracket to play the loser of Holy Name Buckeye. Desperation heave by Yulnitz. Makes it to the other court. And it is Bay Village 63, Lakewood 45. A commanding quarter by the number 1 seed.
So what you need to do here, Grant, is cut this fourth quarter into segments. Hey, let's get it to 12 with 2 minutes off the clock. Let's cut it to single digits with 4, and then you're right back in the game, and so on and so forth.
Certainly, it was Price's quarter there as we do a price check here on the Lakewood Sports Channel. He was fantastic, now up to 24 points for the senior. And you can see how Bay Village has rattled off 10 straight, because when it looked like Lakewood was taking it to them a little bit in the first quarter, they didn't waver, they didn't panic, and certainly this team, led by seniors Holden Eckert, Cullen Gurgey, Cooper Lyons, and Ashton Price, have righted the ship, have gotten their rocket on back on course, and they have been impressive here in the second half.
Yes, they have. You know, they've like you said, righted the rocket ship, man. And they're doing it a lot of different ways. You know, scoring it from 3, getting to the bucket, turning the Rangers over, a lot of different ways.
63-45 as we enter the final frame here on GLC TV. We're so glad you have been joining us at home.
And starts the comeback right here, getting a good bucket.
Turnover by the Rangers. Payne in the distance. And Owen Payne uses the window pane for his layup. And Bay Village has extended their lead to 20. Q Neal cut off. Found a wound open Ullentz, who crashes. Grayer pulls from 3. That one in and out. And Q Neal able to pull it down.
That was a good look. It was almost down.
Neal finds himself open. He finds Wacker at the top of the key. That one is good. Sharp shooting, Aiden Wacker.
Is it funny? I got a little bit nervous because he wasn't in the corner.
Certainly has made his living in the corner this year, but Aiden Wacker has been fantastic from deep. 65-48, the Rangers trail.
And this is where we talked about early in the year.
Gurgey's three-pointer no good. A foul called underneath.
Not having a shot clock can hurt the Rangers in this game.
And it will be on number 42, Owen Payne, as Pat Soros limps out, hoping everything is okay for the senior. Grayer will inbound it. He finds Karan, who's trapped, but a nice release they find in Grayer. Working against Payne. Behind the back, lost it, and Payne picked it up. Owen Payne lays it up, and another turnover for the Rangers leads to a score for the Rockets.
Too much standing in this press for Breaker. They're not coming to meet the pass. They're not helping out their teammates. You know, when you grab the ball in this press offense, you're on an island.
Well, all-area defensive back Cullen Gurgey has certainly made it tough. He was a Morning Journal all-district defensive athlete, and his wingspan and his length has certainly been a tough thing to negotiate for the Rangers. So he's been on the ball and forcing tough passes and also deflections as well as he comes up with a steal right on cue. He has certainly shown his athletic ability in this one.
That he has. I mean, he's long, athletic, strong player.
Take there by Moel is no good. Couple of offensive rebounds will keep it with Bay Village. Bay Village in the district final. Last year, they were in the state Final Four in 2016, the regional final in 2018. It has been a fantastic decade plus for this Bay Rocket squad. Turnover there. We'll give the ball back to the Rangers, trailing by 19.
Yeah, they've had some good ones. The Sulahara brothers, John Coes. They've had some really good ones. Payne.
Wacker from the corner. That one off the back iron and pulled down by Gurgey, who throws a cross-court pass to Price, and Price could not handle that one.
Excuse me, Painter. But, yeah, they've had some good ones. And I was just going to say on that last possession, that's one of the first turnovers I've seen Bay have in a long time. Now they have back-to-back.
Lakewood doing their best to imitate the Bay pressure, and Lakewood will retain possession on the miss here as Wacker, Neal, Karan, Ullentz, and Grayer look to cut into this Bay advantage. 19 points they trail. Q Neal underneath and set away by all defense athlete Cullen Gurgey. We are seeing the athleticism on full display for the senior.
Yeah, really good slip cut by Q there. He just
timing a little bit off there, and that's all Cullen Gurgey needs. Wacker open in the corner, thought about it. Neal gets in. Karan pulls it from deep, and that one is good. Certainly shots from deep help for the Rangers if they're going to cut into this one, but Bay Village getting behind the Lakewood press. Neal Nice verticality again on that one. Payne pulled down the rebound. That three-pointer is good. Andrew Chester. And the shooting comes in waves for the Rockets as Wacker counters with a three of his own.
Yeah, that's tough for the Rangers on that possession. They do such a good job. Ball pops out, and they give up a three.
Another turnover. CUNY found Karan, but Karan's three-pointer rimmed out. A nice breakout there by Bay Village, and they have pushed this one to a 72-54 advantage. 5 minutes remaining.
Man, if you looked at this,
do you designate someone to watch for that leak out there if you're Lakewood by now? Because Bay Village has found some very easy baskets, and there breaking out again is number 20, Jack Moel. How do you counteract that if you're Lakewood, as Yulnitz counteracts it with a three of his own?
So normally it's
seems to be the Achilles heel tonight is Bay Village getting behind the Lakewood defense.
So usually it's the 1 and 2 back, but if the one drives, someone's got to rotate and someone's got to get back.
Sure.
So no one's rotating when Riley or somebody like that is driving, and just no one's getting back. So like I said, usually 1 and 2, but someone's got to do it.
It's got, and listen, it's got to be a priority for the Rangers at this point. And hey, the shootings come back for the Rangers. Okay,
yes.
The skies are clearing, storm clouds are gone, blue skies once again from deep for the Rangers. And certainly, if you're Bay Village, you're getting a little nervous at Lakewood knocking down some shots. But like we said, number 1 seed earned for Bay Village. They have certainly weathered many comebacks and many storms this year. Lakewood hoping to put this thing over the top. They're certainly doing all they can. Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, it's a 15-point game right now. Quite a bit of time left. You got to stop here, maybe hit another three. I mean, you're looking at a 4-possession game.
Sure.
I mean, it's not out of question. You just got to continue.
And certainly with the way these two teams play, if you were playing maybe a team that held the ball a little bit, maybe a Rocky River, whatever,
correct.
In this conference, there's a few of them. But with 5 minutes remaining, that's a lifetime of basketball. With these two teams, just the way they play.
It's like watching ping pong.
It'll be interesting to see if Bay Village goes away from kind of that transition attack. And a nice steal there on cue by Q. Neal. Thought about the three-pointer. Found Karan, who was fouled hard by Holden Eckert in the corner. Nice job by Eckert to help up Karan there. Just an incidental foul. And certainly a tough game being played by both sides.
And to your point, sometimes teams like this that play at that pace so much don't know how to slow it down as well.
Sure.
I mean, they know how,
and if
but
maybe
they're
you
not
put
as
the
good
reins on there, some bad decisions start happening, and Lakewood certainly turning over Bay more than they have at any point previous in this game. Yulnitz, the crossover and shot, no good, but there's Shaquan Neal. Nice reverse by Neal, and Lakewood has pulled themselves within 13.
Chip away, chip away.
Going with the spread is Bay Village looking to find the open man. Bay Village now passing it around. Normally some shots they would take, looking to burn a little bit of clock as we approach 4 minutes. Eckert threw it away, and it was Yulnitz that came up with it. Riley all the way. Takes it. No foul. Nice defense by Hauk underneath. And they are going to say Grayer hit the ball out, and Coach Kamok is incredulous on that one.
That one's bad. He was stepped on the line.
A conference is going to be had. They're gonna conference on this one. Bay Village looked to step on the baseline
with the basketball in hand.
They're gonna keep it at Bay Village ball, and that'll certainly be a tough one to digest for the purple and gold.
We had a great angle at it right there. He had the ball in his hand on the line.
Foul there on Grayer, and the inbound got in there to number 21, Cooper Mendelo, and he will go to the line shooting 1 and 1. We are a little bit left of center tonight due to the setup here at Bay, and our cameraman Colin Cunningham is on assignment, we could say, in the middle of the court. So certainly want to thank Bay Village for having us out tonight and being able to broadcast this for GLC TV. It's been a fun one.
Yeah, they've been awesome. They've really helped us out tonight.
Mendelo up and good for the first one, 73-59.
Yeah, man, the Rangers get a bucket there. It's starting to creep in the back of their heads.
Second free throw missed, and Neal will push it the other way. Juggled that one, and it ended up in the hands of Ashton Price. Hauk got in front of everyone in the transition layup, pushes Bay Village to 75 points and a 16-point advantage with under 4 minutes to play.
Man, I'd love to know how many points are, either transition or threes for, it's got to be 90%.
Karan for three, no good. Lakewood crashing nicely, and Jaquan Neal comes up with it. Neal gets out of the double team, finds a wide open Aiden Wacker for three, no good. Wacker able to come up with it.
You love the effort out of the Rangers.
Ulnitz with a nice move, but that one hits the bottom of the backboard, and Bay Village certainly looking to burn a little clock here. All the way down is Price. No running of the clock necessary, as Price was looking to take it into his own hands, and that missed layup will go out of bounds, and last touch by the Rangers.
I know this is a stretch, Grant, but this reminds me of the USA versus Russia in the 80 Olympics when they didn't know that they had to pull their goalie. It's like Bay
You're talking the ice hockey?
Yes, it's like Bay is still going at 1,000,000 miles an hour when they can just pull it out and run some clock.
Certainly, it is a pedigree that Bay Village has to play fast, and it has paid off with 77 points tonight. A fantastic scoring performance. Wacker in the corner fires. That one in and out. Grayer there pulls it down. Karan, the shot fake, ran into Price. Pulls it, and that one almost rolled in, but out and rebounded by Bay. All the way, Sam Houck gets his own rebound, and he is fouled going to the line.
Like, man, if they just pull this out, run a little. I mean, Rangers doing a really good job of pressuring the basketball, but, and, you know, I guess I can't say much. They're getting to the line, and they're still scoring the basketball.
Coach Jared Schetzer has this team firing on all cylinders, and we talked about it. When you have a team that has won 10 straight games, looking to make it 11 as the free throw is up and good for Houck, certainly you are seeing the elements of a number one seed firing at all cylinders tonight.
Yeah, they can score the basketball, and you saw it in the defensive end tonight as well.
Most of the starters exiting this one for the Rangers. Grayer, Karan, Wacker, and Ulins coming out. Jarris coming in, Isel coming in, Used coming in.
Yeah.
Hamden coming in, I think his first varsity action of the year. Good to see Mikey Hamden out there.
You know, it's not going the way the Rangers want it to. DJ Moore as well in the game. I'm sorry, DJ Moore plays for the Carolina Panthers. I'm sorry, DJ Jones for the Rangers.
Jones in there for the Rangers. That's another free throw up and good, and I believe a technical was assessed on someone. I wish we had the NBA clarification system they have this year.
Yeah, they tell the broadcasters. But it didn't. It's not going the Rangers' way. It didn't go the Rangers' way. But the effort from the Rangers late in this game, I mean, they were crashing the offensive board, getting second chances.
Certainly left it all out there. But, you know, again, and Lakewood will be the first to tell you, got to take better care of basketball. Got to make those things, you know, important to your overall philosophy, as both benches emptying now for the Rangers and the Rockets, as Lakewood certainly with another chance to test their mettle in the OHSAA tournament coming up. They have a bye in the first round, and then they would either play the winner of Cleveland Heights and I believe –
is it like Wadsworth or something like that?
Yes, we will get a fact check. We have to throw that one to our stat department as we are checking on that. And Bay Village earning the number 4 seed in the entire Division 2 region for the Western region. They are ranked number 21 in the Northeast Ohio area for all teams of all levels, and certainly it has been a good season for Coach Schetzer over at Bay High. 81-59, 2 minutes, 27 seconds remaining. Mark Jarris holding this one. He gets it to Isel.
North Olmsted, I'm sorry.
The winner of Cleveland Heights North Olmsted will play Lakewood in the following round. Nice pass to Hamden there by Jarris. Jones drives in, finds Jarris, who will bowl a deep one. That one is good. Mark Jarris, the senior.
You know, it's funny to me. It's awesome to see. I mean, DJ Jones hasn't scored a varsity bucket, and he passes up a shot for an even better shot. That you like to see that.
Nice job here by the young Lakewood Rangers squad getting on the board. 81-62, they trail, and a foul on Used will put Lakewood at the line shooting 1-and-1. That is the 7th foul on Bay Village, as Lakewood certainly looking to make a run in the OHSAA tournament, and Bay Village looking to make their own. They will play the winner of Padua VA-SJ on February 26th.
And the Rangers need to, now focus, hey, I know it's not as nice, but let's win the consolation bracket.
Certainly will be the aim of the Rangers in the inaugural GLC tournament here on GLC TV. Some fantastic opportunities have been displayed and pulled out by this unfortunate pandemic, but we have been adapting nicely here in the GLC conference. Nice rebound there by Isol, but the Rockets take it away.
Yeah, really, really good effort. Way to get the offensive rebound, just tough pass. But let's now defend.
Three-pointer there, no good. Top of the backboard, it touches, and Lakewood will regain possession.
Yeah, Grant, we're looking at this game at the end of the first quarter. We're thinking, no way it's an 80 points scored for Bay. I mean, you're thinking hopefully 60 at most.
Jarris pulls again from three, and the senior has knocked in two quick three-pointers. Nice shooting there by number 2, Mark Jarris. And if you're Lakewood, part of that was how well your half-court offense was running, because Bay didn't have a chance to leak out behind your last defender. They didn't have a chance to pressure you because of the made baskets. And certainly on defense, they were holding Bay to some tough misses, which allowed them to get out in their own right. And certainly Bay made a nice adjustment and was able to hound Lakewood down the stretch and, was able to pull away with that type of pressure that Lakewood certainly has had some trouble handling this year. Under a minute left in this one. 81-66, the Rockets lead.
And early, they rebounded the basketball pretty well, which helped, because Bay, like I said, they're not huge, but they're strong and they really like to rebound the ball.
Certainly a tough Bay Village squad here for Coach Setzer. They should be primed to make a very good run the rest of the way in this tournament. They will be playing Rocky River with a chance to advance to the final, and the winner of Holy Name Buckeye tonight will play Fairview in the other end of the bracket. If you had to make a prediction, Bay Village certainly made a case tonight for winning this whole tournament.
They're going to be a tough team to beat. I mean, obviously you see why they're the consensus one pick, but River grinds it out.
Sure, so that's going to be a tough game.
Yeah, they play at a different speed and they defend, and it'll be a good one.
As the buzzer sounds here at Bay High School, 81-66, Bay Village takes this second round tournament game as the Rangers head to the consolation bracket. The Rockets head to the semifinal. It's been a fun one here. Bay Village taking over in the second half and pulling away from the Rangers. And certainly it has been a fun night on GLC TV. We're so glad to be a part of GLC TV tonight. We're so happy you joined us at home. Lakewood Sports Channel, First Federal of Lakewood, our presenting sponsor.
Also, a nice shout-out to the Lady Rangers getting a win yesterday.
Lady Rangers did a nice job, a decisive win over Holy Name as they ended their consolation game and consolation run in the GLC tournament as well. They have done a fantastic job. They will take on Euclid this weekend in OHSAA tournament play. Looking forward to seeing how Coach Work and the rest of the Lady Rangers do. Well, for Grant Graves, for Pat Hayes, wasn't the Rangers' night, but certainly a fun one, and we're glad we could bring you the action. Lakewood will be back in action soon, and we can't wait to bring it to you then. It was Lakewood 66, Bay Village 81. We're glad you were able to tune in on GLC TV and Lakewood Sports Channel. Have a good night, and go Rangers.